everybody, it's Dr. Jo, and today I'm going to show you my top 5 sciatica stretches for a herniated disc. So let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure and click on the button down there. So as I said earlier, this is for if you have a herniated disc. These stretches would be a little bit different if it was something like Piriformis syndrome. So the first stretch is going to be rolling over onto your stomach, lying down. So this is just a simple prone prop. So what you're doing is you're starting in the lying down position, get nice and comfortable, bring your elbows up towards your head, and then prop up on your elbows. So you can bring them in a little bit closer if you want to. The goal of this is to keep your hips down. So you're just coming up and getting that bend right there at that low back. So what this is doing in theory is this is pushing that herniated disc back in to take the pressure off the nerve. And so when that nerve gets pressed on, that sciatic nerve, that's what causes that numbness, tingling, going down into your butt, down into the back of your leg, and that's what sciatica is. So with these props, sometimes it's a little more painful at first. You might feel a lot of the symptoms coming on, and that's okay as long as it starts to go away or subside as you do it more. So I would just start off with 10 or 15 seconds, come back down, take a little break, and then prop back up and do this, 3 or 4 times, slowly building up your time. So, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then again, if it is coming from the disc, the more you do this, that pain should start coming back to the center, or we call it centralizing. And that's a good thing. A lot of times people will say, well, I don't feel it anymore here, but I feel it more in the low back. And that's centralizing, and that's actually a good thing. That's what you want. So after you do those for a couple times, then you're going to roll over onto your back. And even though the sciatica is coming from the disc, we want to stretch out the piriformis muscle. So a great one for that is the figure 4 stretch. That one's the one that I like the most. So the side that you want to stretch, if it's my left side, I'm going to cross that leg over. And the reason it's called a figure 4 is because if you look down, it looks like the number 4. So for this one, you can do it a couple different ways. The easiest way, if you have some flexibility and if you can do it without straining your neck, is just to grab underneath the other side and pull up towards you. And you should feel that stretch right through there, that piriformis area. So you want to hold that stretch for 30 seconds. Now, if this is something where you're not super flexible or you're already feeling the stretch right here, you don't have to do that extra piece. Or if you're having a hard time grabbing that leg, you can just slide your heel up closer to your bottom, which will bring that leg up a little more. Or you can take like a belt or a strap and wrap it around that leg and then just pull it up that way. Because you don't want to end up stressing your neck and getting your neck hurting to try and get the low back and that sciatica feeling better. So make sure that you're keeping the rest of your body in a good neutral position. So the last couple stretches, and I say quote stretches, are really going to be nerve glides, because if the sciatic nerve is getting compressed at your disc, you want to do some things where you're kind of trying to move or glide that sciatic nerve to get it freed up. Now with nerve glides or neural flossing, some people call it, you really want to be very careful with this because nerves are pretty fragile. So if you do a lot, sometimes you just irritate it more. So I always tell people just do 10 once a day. That's it. Don't do 10 3 or 4 times a day throughout the day. I would just start off with one set and stick pretty close to that because, again, if you do too many, you're going to irritate it. So this time, if it's still my left side that has that sciatica on it, I'm going to bring my leg up to about a 90 degree at the hip and grab underneath right here. You don't have to pull up. You're just kind of supporting that leg. And then all you're going to do is straighten out your leg and kind of bend your toes towards you and then come back down. So this isn't a 30-second hold like the piriformis stretch. This is actually just going up and down. So toes are kind of pointed as you come up, pull them towards you, and you just go till you might feel that numbness and tingling as you go. But this is kind of flossing or gliding that nerve. And so again, you just want to do about 10 of those, and then that's it. So the last two are going to be sitting in a chair. So the fourth stretch is going to be another one of those glides. So I had mentioned on the other one that you're only supposed to do 10 just once a day. If you're doing different ones, it's okay to do just 10 of each as long as it's different. But if you're feeling like you did one set and it's still feeling a little tingling, that tingling didn't go away, I wouldn't recommend doing all these at one time. Maybe spread it out through the day. So now that you're sitting, this time for the glide, what you're going to do is you're going to kick out that leg, and as you kick out that leg, you're going to bend your head back. And then when you come back down, you're going to curl your chin in towards your chest. So it's going to be kicking out, looking up, and then as you come down, kind of tuck it in. So we're just taking that nerve all the way, the whole chain up to the neck, and flossing or gliding it through. So if it's kind of compressed somewhere, if it's getting pinched somewhere, this kind of helps loosen it up and gets that nerve free, so it's not getting compressed on, it's not getting pinched on, or maybe if there's some scarring, it will break it up. So again, just 10 of those, and then if you're doing another kind of a stretch, that's okay, or a different glide, but don't keep doing them all at one time, because then that might just irritate it. So the last one, you're going to be using a stool. So this one is still kind of a glide, but it's slightly different. So that's why I think it's okay to do it with these other ones. But again, just 10 of them. So I'm just going to switch it up because the stool is on my right side. So the side that you're having that sciatica on, you want to prop it up. The key to this is you want to keep your toes and your foot straight. A lot of times if you have really bad sciatica, once you start doing the glide that I'm going to show you, a lot of times the leg wants to turn in. It wants to follow your body. Really try and keep it nice and forward, because if it starts going over, then you're not really getting that glide or that stretch or that flossing that you want. So just try and keep those feet, the foot and the toes straight forward. So you want to keep your body nice and upright, and you want to look straight ahead. So I'm going to be looking at you a little bit, but you want to look straight ahead. Keep your head in that neutral position. And then once you get in this nice position, you're going to take the hand of the opposite side and just lean away from that side. So again, if you are really tight and you have a lot of that irritation going on, a lot of times when someone bends to the side, their foot wants to go like that with their body. Try not to let it do that. You want to keep everything nice and straight and just lean away from that side. So again, just doing about 10 of these. Don't feel like you have to go all the way down to the floor. You're just going till you feel that little bit of a stretch, and then come back up, because you don't want to irritate that nerve. So those were my top 5 sciatica stretches from a herniated disc. If you'd like to help support my channel, click on the link to find out how, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking down there. And remember, be safe, don't irritate that nerve, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.